As the new government prepares to start operations ahead of the Supreme Court hearing, political and party realignments are taking center stage, with William Ruto receiving elected members of parliament who are defecting from the Azimio coalition as he seeks to have a majority in both houses.
Defections in the political arena are not something new. They happen almost every minute as elected members traverse the corridors of different political parties in search of political survival. President-elect William Ruto recently received a number of independent and UDM party members to add to his Kenya Kwanza side, all in search of the majority in parliament. Did the move come too soon, or is it a political tactic from a student of former President Daniel Arap Moi that seeks to emasculate what will be the opposition? We sit down with governance expert and political analyst Kevin Osido.
And if you look at the numbers, already what we see is that UDA more or less has about 4 members of parliament up, higher than Azimio Umoja One Kenya Alliance. So the DP's party is also interested in ensuring that certain positions are captured. For example, the speaker position is a position that calls for members to lobby and members to be able to vote for the person that is presented by the ruling party. And so in this case, it looks like the deputy president is already arming up to also whip up the members of Azimio and maybe to boost his number.
Ruto's move has, however, been termed as a disregard of the law by the Azimio running mate Martha Karua, since the UDM party members are linked to Azimio by law following their pre-election agreement. Of what consequences then will their actions amount to?
To be honest with you, I will say nothing, because this kind of precedence has been set by the 11th Parliament, that is Jubilee 2013, and also the 12th Parliament, that is Jubilee, and also ODM. And what the law says, the Political Parties Act, is that any member who proscribes and campaigns, advocates for the policies of another member, automatically is deregistered. And in fact, what should happen is that the Speaker is supposed to deregister them and declare those constituencies vacant, and a by-election is called. If you were to do that, you would probably see the entire country having a by-election. An election would have actually come 4 years before the 2022 elections, that is 2018.
Should Ruto be sworn in as president, what then will be the place of the opposition in his government?
In fact, the 12th Parliament did very dismally, performed very dismally because of what you are raising, where the Jubilee Party more or less took over one of the 3 arms of government, which is basically the legislature. And we do not see very progressive laws that were passed by the 12th Parliament that did not really have either legislative interference or did not get to the level of the judiciary. So if you talk about the Security Amendments Bill, it went to the judiciary level.
Defectors have been warned by the Azimio coalition, with the Jubilee Party issuing a statement saying those seeking to defect risk losing their seats. But the question remains why they need to align with the government and what happens to those who don't. With Ruto's latest harvest, the president-elect now has a majority in parliament against Azimio. In the Senate, the DP controls the majority against Azimio. The worry on whether there will be substantive debates in parliament if a government has majority in both houses is a subject of debate. But based on history of the previous parliaments, there is fear that a weak opposition and a government that has a majority in both houses would mean laws that might be in favor of the government and subjective to the people will pass without much question, giving the government a ride in the park.
The speakers and the leadership of the assemblies also need to help Kenyans, because if we do not have people following the law, or we have this enhanced mechanism of impunity within the legislature or parliament, then even the quality of the laws that are passed are going to be compromised.
The move to have majority in parliament both at the national and county level is, however, also necessitated by the fear of impeachment motion on the president or the governor. Brian Amuai, Look Up TV, Nairobi.